it's Edgar here. Now, it's been a few days since I made my last video, and as you can tell, a lot has changed. I found a girl, got married, had a few kids, sent them off to college, got divorced, and now I'm spending my holidays retired and in Florida. And they say in your older years, you begin to ponder about your whole life and what you've done with it. But no, I think I want to ponder on the last 365 days of cinema, so join me on my adventure, will you not? Now, before we begin, I can't seem to find my list of movies. Anyway, I think I'm... I always seem to be losing things, I swear to God. Alright, number 10 we got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now this is the latest Quentin Tarantino feature, and it's a very nice old throwback kind of movie. It's 1969, Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt hanging out, just guys being dudes, and a lot of stuff happens, but at the same time not much happens in between. But you know what? The last 10 minutes are probably some of the greatest 10 minutes you'll see in all of 2019. I guarantee it. And at number 9, we have The Last Black Man in San Francisco. This one is criminally underrated, let me tell you. I was able to catch it in theaters earlier this year when it had a limited release, and it is a movie that centers around trying to create an identity in an America that steals its identity away from you. This applies, just to most minorities, whether it's slaves being brought in from other countries and then their identities are taken away because they're separated from their families and you never know your lineage. Immigrants having to change their names to be more Americanized. It doesn't go that deep into it, but that's how I interpret it. And, this is just about a guy just trying to save his family's history or create an identity of his own. And it's fantastic. Fuck it. If you haven't seen it, give it a shot. And at number 8, we have Brad Astra, the second Brad Pitt feature of the year. There's probably more, but I can't keep track. Now, this one is a very deeply depressing look at a man going through space to try to find his dad who's been missing for like 30 years. Now, the thing about this movie that makes it so unique is, oh God, yeah, my bones gave up on me for that one. What makes this one unique is that it uses space as a very, very symbolic representation of depression and how Brad's character just represses all of his feelings to try to be what the space program wants him to be. Oh shit, this button came off. These goddamn openings are too goddamn loose. And I think this is a fantastic movie that's once again been overlooked, and a huge part of it is its marketing. Its marketing led it to people, even including me, to believe it was like, boom. It's like, whoa, it's like a kind of like a thriller, kind of exciting space adventure. And it's that for like 2 scenes that are really good, but the rest of it is just quiet, contemplative, thought-provoking. It's beautiful, really. James Gray, son of a bitch, you did it again. He did it again. Number 7, I'm not proud to admit, but I gave Parasite a 9, and not a perfect score. I think it's near perfect, but kind of lost me in places, It's just, I understand. It even literally hits you over the head with a rock telling you this is all deeply metaphorical, but I was watching it on a plane. Fucking sue me, right? I watched it on a plane. I had a glass of Chardonnay, a beer here, a glass of wine there. I get lost at times. Fucking sue me. I don't know, but basically this is a movie about classism and how we need to eat the rich, and I am all about that message. So I feel like even Parasite is somehow transcended into the mainstream. I feel like everyone's heard of this movie, and it's really exciting to see that foreign films do have a place in the American psyche now. Like, this would not be a thing 10 years ago, and I'm just really happy that this has a chance at becoming a thing. So if you haven't watched it, go on. It's a great movie. It's the seventh best movie of the fucking year. And at number 6, we have John Wick 3. Yes, I will make the claim that Parasite is not as good as John Wick 3 because the first half hour of John Wick 3 is some of the best action you will ever see in cinemas. Now, Fallout, I was about to say Fallout 3, I meant fucking Mission Impossible Fallout is probably the greatest action movie of the past 20 years, but this is probably number 2 for me. It just lacks in the story department is really what keeps it from being a 10 out of 10 for me, but this is tied with John Wick, the original, as my favorite in the series because the first one makes up in story while the third one makes up in action. The second one, I don't really fuck with it.